Tell him happy birthday. You text him already? Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining the live. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. So people, I make sure I fix the phone good this time. Today, something happened. I was doing a live on my way from work and I was showing the chaos that was on the road. And I had my phone on the dashboard and it overheated. People, I don't know what happened. Everything just stopped. And because I was driving, I couldn't just take it out. Yes, when I did, guess what? I don't know if anyone saw, but my face showed. It's the fastest I delete the live. It's the fastest I delete the live when I realized that my face was showing. I don't know if anyone saw it because there was a break for maybe about 5 or more minutes in the live, or maybe even more because the phone got overheated and I had to restart it. But when I restarted it, I never know that when I click back on YouTube, it would have this resume live thing. So I click it and lo and behold, right where I left off. But I don't think anyone saw it. Hi, Princess Rose Doll. Good night, good night, good night. So I deleted that live. You must have seen what is going on here in Jamaica with the earthquake today. And I heard on the news that it is the biggest one in 30 years. The biggest one. So when you look at the damage, you have to wonder. I saw something, it's a house in St. Thomas, and I was wondering what happened to that house based on how it looked. I saw where they posted Ministry of Finance, Foreign Affairs, the new Kingston Business Center. Whole heap of damage happened because of this earthquake. And you see, I'm going to be honest. When I look at it, I say God, I basically believe God wake us up here in Jamaica. That's what I believe. Because you see, when you talk to some people, it's like they think that at them run things. They believe that they are the one calling the shots. It's like people forget that there is a God above. And I was saying it today that I believe this earthquake now, it reminds us that guess what? We are not in control of our situation because a lot of us, we were just sitting down, doing our job, minding our own business when lo and behold, it happened. A lot of people, well, nobody really wasn't expecting it and it happened. And I was saying it's the same thing going to happen when Father God decided that He's going to come for all of us. The same thing going to happen. We're just going to be there doing our own thing, minding our own business, and lo and behold, that's it. We don't know the time or the hour, but it is drawing closer. The more you see things happening, you realize, like yesterday, close to where I live, well, I have to pass there to get home. Something happened. A gentleman and his spouse or his girlfriend, they had an altercation, and this gentleman, when you look at the videos going around on social media, you have to wonder what it fly in him head. When you see how him basically STA be the lady, I heard that in even her throat and all of that. And the more you hear about stuff like those, you have to wonder what is going on in people. Art, if they don't have any art, if they just get up and they just say, you know what, me I go do this person, this the program, so me I go take charge. I saw me look upon it. The more me see them happen, and the more me think say, yo, them people they really and truly then just lose a screw up above. Them not in them right frame of mind. They are not. And today I heard that at KPH, a school, 20 something student, they had to rush to the hospital. Reason being, some have asthma attack, some fainted, panic attack, and all sort of something. And they had to rush them. I hear that some of them mess up themselves today when they felt the earthquake. So when I look at it, I'm saying to myself, imagine if the children, if they felt like that today and everything. I'm talking about big teenagers now. I'm not talking about the babies. Just imagine how a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old, how this message is in for review. Yeah, weak, man. Right. Just imagine how they, me not even, why, me don't know how them feel. For just see something like that happening. The screaming, the crying. When you look at it, price smart, me hear say everything basically, well, not everything, but some, when you look at the videos, some of the stuff they fall off the shelf, one wholesale. I get to understand that when it happened, people were on the inside, and you know that normally they said once something like that happened, you're supposed to rush to the outside, open space. I get to understand that when that was going on, people were helping themselves. And I'm thinking to myself, you mean to tell me a disaster is taking place? You could lose your life, and yet still you find time for your tea for people them sitting? I don't be saying, and when you hear me hear say people just rush out at the people them wholesale with the stuff them and everything. So right now them say, okay, thanks to the earthquake, me not have to spend my money. That's how I look at it. But people, please bear in mind that it is the last days we're living in. And the Bible tells us, I don't know if anyone on here believe in the Bible, but the Bible tells us that when it comes on to the last days, these things will happen frequently. And right now, it's the second one happening in Jamaica. Maybe about a month ago, we had one. That one wasn't so bad. It was 4 point something. And now we're having this one, 5.6. They said the biggest in 30 years. I saw a video going around on social media of Cliff Hughes, and he rushed under his decks and people making a fun of it and laughing. And you have to say kudos to him because he did the right thing. He did the right thing. That is what they always tell you to do, go under the decks. And to see him actually go under the decks, and me, people that say, oh, him coward. No, it's the right thing. He did the right thing. So I have to say, I hope people pay close attention to everything and just know that if anything like this is supposed to happen again, be prepared. We don't know how we are going to prepare, but if you can't prepare physically, but mentally, prepare your mind and know that it is the last days. These things can happen in the blink of an eye, of a second. It can happen. So just prepare yourself mentally for it. Now, I was saying to my mother this evening, just imagine we had a earthquake now. Come next week, you hear hurricane. Imagine how we would have, in a Jamaica would have managed. That was what I was saying, because when you feel the heat and everything, you know that it is time for something to happen, or maybe not. So I was saying to her, just imagine if something like that go happen come next week or whenever you hear that we're having a storm. That would be something else. Trust me. But Jamaica, we are a blessed nation, and I hope that it is time for us to realize how blessed we are. I was listening to the Prime Minister, and they were talking, and they're saying that we don't have any major damage to our roads and everything right now. They're going to do their disaster risk management meeting tomorrow, and then they're going to know exactly what happened today. And I was saying, yeah, there is not going to be any major damage to our roads because the roads are already damaged. They're already damaged. So even if the earthquake is supposed to cause a crack or something, it's already there. They're going to have to look careful to see if, okay, did this get any wider or anything. It's not like you can just say, okay, this happened and so forth, because of the condition that the roads are in already. It's going to be difficult for them to tell if that crack was there before, or anything, because majority of them, they already mash up. So I was listening and I said, no, you can't tell now, because I sure know that NWA, they don't gone all over the island yet, gone to them inspection and everything. And here you're on the media saying there isn't any major damage. Wait until they do their assessment, then you can come and you can say that. But I can tell you, when I look at the government buildings that I see on the news, Ministry of Finance, Agriculture, even the brand new Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I have to say, oh, what kind of building those? Because you realize that every day you have people in these buildings, working, and clearly the infrastructure is sustainable, because if a 5.6 magnitude earthquake can cause some of the damages that I see, especially like the Queen's High School, when you look at it, you have to wonder, because every day people get up, they go to work, and they think that everything is fine. The building that they're working in, it's not safe. It's not safe. And you see it today when you see everything that is going on. But thanks be to God, we don't have any major damage. No life was lost. KPH, they said today was a disaster after the quake down there because of the amount of people that they have. I hear that the new Kingston Business Center, the roof cave in and all of that. But thanks be to God, no one. Night, Sandra, night. No one lost their life. Now, people, I have to say a big, big thank you to this lady. I don't even know her name. I think she's overseas. She is a nurse. She donated some items to me today, and I went and collect them. And I have to say a big thank you. Girls' clothes, baby, and straight up to like 3-year old. And I have to say thank you so much. There's this lady in Portmore, Miss Wright. I think her name is Miss Wright. Yes, she donated some items to me also. And I have to say thank you so much for donating those items. So for those who don't know, come December, my colleagues and I, we will be visiting children homes. So far, we have 2 children home that we plan to visit. And we're going the first Saturday in December and the third Saturday. We are hoping that we will be able to take some clothing items, all sort of items to them and so forth. So toys, especially because you know that it is Christmas. I posted the flyer sometime. SK, Second Chance Limited, Toy Drive. I posted the flyer on my page some time ago. So I have to say thanks to those who already donate items. I hope that I will be able to get some toys, even if anyone, if nobody. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Sharon. How you doing? How you doing? Even if anyone don't donate, I can tell you the toys, I will be purchasing them, because what I intend to do, what we do normally is that we normally use funds from our pocket and do it. So that's what we are going to do. But I would really appreciate it if we could get some toys, because right now I have 2 suitcases of clothes for boys and girls. The clothes that I have for boys are baby and 10-year-old to 11-year-old. And I think, yeah, even in the girl items, I have like from 12 months old to 3-year-old, 2T and so forth. So I am hoping that I will get some toys now, so we can go. I have another set of items in Whitewaters that I should collect. I think these items are coming from the US, so I should collect them on Saturday. And I have to say thanks to a gentleman in Florida also. I don't get it yet, but he said that he's going to send me $300 and we should buy KFC to take to them. So we are planning on using that now to buy KFC chickens and so forth. We don't get the money yet, you know. You know that here in Jamaica, pitney them, Lord have mercy. Nothing to them like KFC. It's like when they get one piece of KFC chicken and the world them get, and I can't understand it, you know. Everybody go crazy over KFC, KFC. So we want to get some and roll on soap, shampoo, and so forth. I'm going to go downtown because I want to buy some undies. So I'm thinking of buying at least a 3-pack for them and so forth. But thank you so much. Oh, you? I'm good. I'm good, Sharon. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing? I hope you're not traumatized. Like, what is it going on? As a people, I work with some co-workers. Me not understand them. Today, when the earthquake happened, I was on the 4th floor and I was standing at the printer. I have a co-worker. Me no know how. Then dramatic so. The woman run come and I hug me up tight, you know, when me look, me see one next one run and I come. Me say, what them a come hug me up for me the year so in the middle of everything now. Me no know if you do. And then I run and come hug me up and I scream. The people then put on one piece of screaming at me ears. When me look, me see one next one I run to the elevator. Me feel say, no, no. And a good thing, she never go in the elevator, you know, because not even 2 minutes after the elevator shut down. I'm like, have mercy, Lord. When me ask them where them a run a call, the people then say, if anything's supposed to happen, at least they know they won't DIE alone. Can you believe that? That was their explanation as to the reason why they run come hug me. They're not going to DIE by themselves. Me have to say, no, sir. I wouldn't want to be anywhere when something like that happened with those two ladies. They are crazy. But all I have to say, thanks be to God for co-workers like them because they make your day worth going to work. Of course, Sharon, even if me not get the money, you know. Normally what I do, I just take it out of my paycheck, YouTube. I remember Easter. I just use my YouTube money for that month to do it. So if I have to do the same thing for this month, I will, not this month, for next month, I will do the same. Oh, I keep on saying next month and November don't even start yet. For December, I will do the same. So I know for sure that I will get it. I'm not asking for the money. I always just ask for items. Always ask for items because I'm not going to be boastful or anything, but the group of us, when it comes on to money, anything that we have to do, we normally just pull together and we do it. If we want to buy cake, we pull together and we buy the cake. If we want to buy hot dogs or anything like that, chicken, that's what we normally do. We just pull together. And even when we want to buy the items, that's what we normally do. But because now we realize that the more we do it every year, it's getting bigger and bigger. So would really appreciate if we could get the additional help. So what we will do now is that the funds that we normally do use to buy the toys, the clothes and so forth, we'll use it to do something else because we need to get some braids because we're going to braid the hair again. So we can use the money to buy braids. The last time we went, we purchased maybe I think it was a 12 pack. Yeah, it was 12 packs of braids and it wasn't enough. So we're planning that this time when we go, we can buy 2 dozen packs of expression and we take it to braid the hair. I just hope that this time I will be able to do more than one because the last time I went, one ear alone me do. When the others them I do two, three, one alone me do and a big plait, and a one me do for the day and that was it. Oh, you miss it, Princess Rose, and you're hearing, oh Lord. Well, give God thanks you miss it because it wasn't a good feeling. It wasn't a good feeling at all. So give thanks that you miss it. That will happen when people driving, they don't tend to feel the tremor. Yeah. yes, people. So that's it, basically. So let me see what else I wanted to discuss. I don't even know. I just came. You see, last night I started having a live last night, I don't know how many of you get a chance to see that live. And my son came and that young man take over the phone. All when me end the live, he was still talking. And the sad thing, I don't know where I say, but him still did a talk. I chat out hell on the live just the same. Just the same. Now, people, I am asking anyone because I don't know if you all realize how often these things are happening. I mentioned it briefly earlier. It's been done, Leesbury Grove. It happened. You can type it in and it will come up. Yesterday there was an incident, and I can't understand why people continue to let these things happen and why they continue to do it. Where a gentleman basically attempted to kill his person, but instead he ended up getting an S by police. Now, I always say it. You see, if you realize, say, one woman I give you a bun, una left a woman. Left a woman, it not worth it. If you realize, say, the relationship now go good, una just leave. Because you see, when I look at what happened in the media yesterday, and when I pass, because I was coming from the hairdresser and I saw them, and I'm like, have mercy. When I hear what happened, I was like, no, no, people need to stop it, man. They really need to stop it. Sharon, imagine being on the fourth floor. You're talking about the two-story house. I imagine on the fourth floor, and you see the building a dance left, windows shaking like crazy. I was listening out for the windows to just shatter, but thanks be to God they didn't. I hope that anytime we get in another one, I'm nowhere close, nowhere. But I hope, people, because really and truly, nobody not perfect. Not one of us is perfect. But when you look at these things that keep on happening, when you listen to the news and you hear about the stories, people being killed just like it is nothing. When you go on the street, you hear people talking, and the way they talk to each other in a disrespectful manner, no respect for anybody again. Even people in authority, they just class the people, them, then diss them, then cuss them out just like that. Even in organizations, you realize that really people before, they used to respect their boss, they used to fear their job, and no longer. So what you have now is that everybody, they have this mindset like, guess what? It is either my way or they're no business about nothing else. It's just their way. And that is the only thing they're focusing on. And I remember some time ago, I was speaking to somebody and I mentioned the Bible to them. And the person, of mercy, Lord, I was shocked. And even my mother was shocked when she heard it from the person. Because the person was, I say, if you believe in a them stupidness there, if you believe in a this, and if you believe. And I was just looking at the person, because a lot of our young people, they have that same mindset where you realize that people don't believe in God like how they used to. People don't. You don't have to believe in Jesus Christ. You can believe, if you want to believe in a Allah, if you want to believe, just know that in everything that you do, there must be someone high up above. There must be someone supreme above us. Because when you look at the plants, when you look at you who wake up every single day, you can move, you can go about your business. There must be somebody. And when you hear people now talking, disrespecting the holy book, disrespecting God and all of that, you have to wonder. So you see, when you see these things now taking place, you have to say, okay, then, because clearly God now is showing us that, hey, I'm in control. And I believe that if we don't get in line and start to act accordingly, start to live right and everything, it is just going to get worse. It is going to get worse, especially on this small island. Because when you're listening, or the other day I was listening to this young man, and he is someone, he's in the system because of something that he did. And when you listen to him and he was talking, you just have to sit and you just have to wonder. Because you have to say to yourself, I'm sorry, but you have to say, Lord, take control of this young man's life. If you can't, if you realize that he's still going to have that same mindset, if he's still going to not value people's life, if he's still going to look at people in a certain way, let him stay where he's at. That's how I look at it. Because you see, when you hear a young 15-year-old can tell you, say, DUPP, if you make, when them go say that, and when you hear that tell you say if anybody diss the program, what you can do and all of that, you have to wonder what is going on. When you hear people that say them guzzle up, nothing can happen to them. When you hear people that say them are going to hear so and them are going to take drink this a blood, and you're saying what is going on? What is going on here in Jamaica? Because the young people, their minds are gone astray. They no longer believing in God. They no longer believing in authority. They no longer believe that they're supposed to work for what they want. Some, they will be law-abiding citizens. They will do everything right by the book. And you have some out there who just simply believe that, guess what? I'm above. Once they reach a certain age, their hormones are fool them, but them things that them a big man. Them start to do certain things. Then start to drink. You hear them a talk about them are going to drink the rum blood. Them are going to do this and all of that because them have a goose up. So when I look at it, and the level of EVIL that is on this island, the more I listen to what is taking place, the more I believe that what our young people taking part in now, I believe that everything, they're just opening a door for us. Not for us, but for certain things to get into our atmosphere. Because when you hear them say them are gonna do this, them are gonna do that, some people say they don't believe in it and all of that. But the more they do that, they are opening a passage for the demonic spirit to enter. And I just believe that's the reason why you have some people, they will just get up and you see them start act out. They will start do all sort of something because of what is going on. And I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon, because when they claim, when they guzzle up, whatever they call it, they make money. Police can't hold them. Nothing can harm them. That's what they believe. I hear a man the other day, and him a talk about some things where he see one youth per one video I do. And I'm like, what am I talk about? Animal, young boys start to do animals because them got them old man, and the old man will tell them, say, go do a goat, go do this, go do that. And they go and they do the goat. Hi, Vicky Lewis, good night, good night. We ever hear about young man, I do goat, I do animal? That's the level where to reach now. And I just hope that God will be able to save us, just to protect us, because really and truly, if they continue, it will continue to just get worse. When you look at what is going on in the school, in the schools now, I remember back in my days, we used to have class devotion, we used to have general devotion. Hey, them something they done with, there's something they now go on in a school again. It now go on in a school, they not do devotion again. It then just go to school and then just do what they want to do. That's the level that it reached now. So I just hope that God will just protect us, because it is the prayer of some people that is saving us. That's the honestly truth. The prayer of some of them saving us. Because if we never have some prayer warriors here, God, only God can tell what would have happened to us. But because we have some people, no matter what, they continue. They continue to pray. So I have to say, thank God for people like those. I just take up my next phone, people, and I see the picture of the place in St. Thomas. St. Thomas, me really I wonder, what they use to make this. It's on pink wall. Look at that house. What they use to make it. That's what I want to know. What they use to make this house. Because when me look on it, me no see no steel. We're supposed to, well, it could just come like then just black up something, then just build something. It not have no steel, Me no see no steel in it. I don't see no steel at all. Look at it again. Make sure. Oh, no, I'm not going to show it again. But I don't think that have any steel or anything on it. But people, that is what is going on right here. That is what is happening here in Jamaica. So I won't stay long. So I'm going to, here it is. I want to show you all this. So just give me a minute. Let me bring it up so you can see it. Just give me a minute, please. Right. Right. This was what I was talking about earlier. This is the toy drive. SK Second Chance Limited present Christmas toy drive. So 2 children owns, and we will be heading out. Fly, rain or shine, we will be there for sure. Yep, Sharon. Yep. I'm glad I know me alone believe that. I'm glad. And you see the thing, I don't know if you all realize what is going on. I was watching an entertainer, and this entertainer, they're saying that he's big in the thing down that side. I used to, when I was looking, he was showing his cars. It was a BMW, a Benz, and a Range. And I was just looking and everything, and he was surrounded by girls. And when you look at the jewelry, whole heap. And you see, while I was looking, I was saying to myself, this is the reason why we have so many of our young men who don't want to go to school again. They don't want to take up the book and study, because when they look at our entertainers and the life that they live in, they realize, say, hey, guess what? It's not important anymore for us to have education, because they will sit and they will say, this one make it and him not have no education. This one will do this. And when they check out a stock, they know what the person is doing. So a lot of them, they feel like it's not worth it going to school again to study. They don't want to do that. They rather to sit on the phone on the peanut phone and to do certain things. They rather to go to Mr. Ho, go drink this and blood and all of that. That's what they rather to do now. Yes, and Ramsey, more to come, but I just hope and pray that it won't. That is the honest to God truth. I know that more to come, but I just hope and pray that it won't, because based on what I see today, the chaos on the road, the damages that I saw on the media and everything, I wouldn't want another one to come. Because imagine if a 5.6 quake caused those serious damages. Just imagine what a 7 point something 8 would do to Jamaica. Good night, Lindsay. Good night. Yeah, I'm up in the dark always, man. Always. A Chris follow me. Christopher follow me, man. Me I watch him on TikTok and I dead with laugh. I can never understand this match thing that he's going on with. I can't understand it because when they say them are playing, I'm like, come on, people, come on, come on. I'm like, but it is fun. It is fun. I like that. Instead of the IPA mix up, mix up, mix up, they're just having clean enjoyment over there, and that is good. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if anyone, I have a number, I don't know. Maybe someone would like to call in to discuss anything. I don't even know the number, of people. I'm going to tell them, say, I have a number. I may not even know the number out of my head. That are the honest truth. I don't know the number. Oh, it's 778-5783. 778-5783. Right. So if you want, you can call in and discuss what happened today, especially if you're in Jamaica, and how you felt about it and everything. I saw where Andre today went and feed the homeless. And people today, I said, I'm not going to follow this young man again because since lately, I'm so caught up with what is going on in his life. And the reason why I'm so caught up, is because I know of his situation. I know Andre from St. Catherine High School because he used to be a classmate of a friend of mine. So when I see certain things happening and knowing the type of person that he is, I watch because that's the only way I can know if he's okay. But you see, when I see certain things happening now, I'm like, no, I have to, I have to stop watch because he's not a brother of mine. And when I see it, I feel it to the core because I don't understand why people continue to go around using people, why people continue to go around playing with people emotion, especially when they know that they don't mean you're not good, and yet still they continue to do it. So I say me now go watch him again, but just I go just leave it alone because the more I watch, I realize that I'm getting too invested with what he's happening with him. But I saw where he went today and he fed the homeless, like what he said he was going to do. And when I was watching him, I was like, yes. Because imagine he's down on his back. He's down on his back, literally. And yet still him take the time out to go and feed the homeless. Whether it be his money or donors' money, he didn't have to, but he did it. And you see, when me see them something there, me feel good. Me feel good because I am someone every single day. You come in contact with these individuals who don't have it. You listen to some of them talking. Some will tell you straight up, say, the last time they have a good meal to eat is 2 days ago. And then you'll ask them, so what you eat? Oh, say somebody will give me a piece of bulla and so forth. I remember one day somebody tell me, say, they had a piece of bulla 2 days ago and nothing again. I was like, so what you eat? What you mean you had a bulla 2 days ago and not? The person said what people throw away in the bin, in the garbage, that's what they had. The bulla was the cleanest. And I'm like, and this is someone, the person is not mental, the person is just homeless and everything. And I'm like, so you mean you tell me say 2 days ago you eat a bulla, and from you eat the bulla are just people where people put in the garbage you go through and I eat. So you see when we see people I feed them, me happy, me feel good. Me feel good. I was saying it the other day that maybe if anything, but the time, we don't have the time. So that's the reason why we don't do that. But anytime I see it, I feel good within myself. You see, around Civil Court, I don't know anyone on here who know downtown, but Sutton Street, you have it's Sutton Street and East Street. You have the Civil Court right there. Sometimes when you go there, you see some homeless people at the side. And I remember Some time ago, I went and I saw this lady, and she was out there, with a baby. The child was maybe about 3 or 4. I don't know the child age, but just by how the child look. And I was saying to her, what you doing out here so early in the morning? She don't have anywhere to stay, and she slept over there, and now, morning now, so I go on the street to beg and everything. I said, so what happened to your family? She started telling me that she's from a community in Kingston. She lost her mother and her father in a motor vehicle accident years ago. She was living with her aunt and decay the aunt. So she was living with the aunt husband, but the aunt husband basically said to her that she's of age now, so she have to go and try to make it on her own. So she moved out, she went, and she was living with this guy. And people, the young lady said the guy basically treat her bad, in BR, in beat her like crazy and everything. So now the guy kick her out because him get another girl. So him kick her out of the house with the baby. And that was the reason why she was on the street. So I said to her, you have anything to eat from morning or the child? No. Me I look on the pitney and the pitney had sucky finger, And the pitney just a sucky finger, literally a juicy finger. And I say, so what she have? She said last night the young lady, the baby, and her had a juice. And I said to her, so nothing more. There was another lady that was standing, and she said, no, that's all they had. And maybe then did eat sandwich or something. And I was looking at him and I said, but you mean if you tell me say from the little girl eat nothing more? Because it's a little girl, I know big man, a little girl. Nothing more. And the baby not eat nothing. And I'm like, seriously? And patty are something where people at Jamaica, when you get one patty, it come like nothing. And you see when you say, all right, I'm going to give you money for buy one patty or one juice. Oh, Lord. You see the joy where the people them have on them face. And I'm like, seriously? And I have to send the money out there, go give them. Because I never have enough if you go buy patty for 3 or 4 of them. And I'm like, look at that. And here you have where people every day are dash for food. My mother, when you see my mother cook dog food, you have to wonder if a dog food she a cook. But remember when I was pregnant, me nyam the dog food because I was upstairs and me smell the dog food, and the dog food smell good, it smell good, it smell good. You see when me go down, and me see the ton corn meal with the chicken back, well cook up, season up, and smell up the house, Me did have to eat it. And when me I eat it, I the dog food I eat out, Me say, but the pot clean. You season up the meat, you season up the pot. So I had it. And when you look at stuff like that, and you see people on the street not have nothing to eat, and you did a cook them big pot of food I give dog, you have to say thank God, because a lot of people you realize that your pet living better. Because imagine, dear, you have that young lady with her child 4 or 3 year old. You have the other lady who seemed like she was either in her 30s or so. You have another big man who was sitting there and everything, And all of them can tell you what happened in their life. One of them, they were saying that they're a deportee and they don't have nobody at Jamaica. They got deep from UK and they came to Jamaica and someone was putting them up. But what happened is that the person that was putting them up basically move and gone somewhere else. So now that person end up on the street because him can't get no job. Me said to him, you try get a job with the wholesale? Yes, but no we no want hire him and so forth. Me say, why? When me really dig, me realize him have touchy fingers, if you understand what I mean. So nobody never he couldn't keep a job because I'm touchy finger. If he work here, so he will work like a 1 or 2 day and that's it. So you have those situations where you have people, they not have nothing at all. Jordan for Callaway. I am from downtown, but now living. Okay, you're living in Mandeville. Exactly. Exactly, Sharon. You see how we dog them a live life? Calm meal with chicken back. A same thing right here, so in my house. Every Sunday, you see my mother cook one big pot of food for dog them. The other day, me have to tell her to stop using my browning for season up dog meat because me never buy my browning for dog meat. Me buy it for my meat. The lady season up the meat, literally season up the meat with Maggi seasoning and for dog, for dog. But I guess it's all for a good reason because right now, if you're supposed to enter my yard, enter with caution because they are vicious. Oh, so Sharon, you know where I'm talking at Sutton Street since you're from downtown. I would want for somebody just to pass around there one morning, and even if it is just some flitters and a pot of cornmeal porridge, just give them because a whole heap of them there around there. When me say whole heap of morning time, whole heap, whole heap. Okay then. You think in front of Supreme Court you have a lot? You need to go around that side. Early morning, late evenings, because I think there is a, what do you call it? A shelter, a home somewhere close by that normally feed them. So you realize that right there, they gather because they don't want nothing to miss them. But sometimes when they cook and they're supposed to feed them, they don't have enough. Because I remember some time ago, me here's a big thing almost pop out down there, big fight, because people are fight over food. Food, people are fight over. Yep, nothing but the best for the dog. Nothing at all. Turn cornmeal and chicken back. And it nice, you see? Oh Lord. It nice till the turn cornmeal and the chicken back. In the dog food. But it's good dog food. Good dog food. So I'm from the okay, nothing, yes. But you know that really, Sharon, we're not supposed to do that. When we really sit down and look on it sometime. Cause look on we know I take it good ton cornmeal and chicken back a feed dog. When we have people out there not even can afford it. Not even the chicken back. Because I think chicken back now is about 200 and something dollars a pound. That's how far it reach. And to see we now have it a feed dog. Guys, please hit the thumbs button for me, please, the like button. Thank you. I'm not going to stay with you all long because I have an assignment that I need to go and do. So I'm going to up off with the chattings. So guys, please remember to support SK Second Chance Limited if you can. Even if you can't donate anything, a word of prayer would be good because pray that we will be able to reach as much as possible individuals who are in need. I know that we won't be able to, but at least those that get in contact with us, we will be able to provide for them because up to Sunday, we had to turn down two individuals and it wasn't anything big they were asking for because we don't have it. So just pray that we will be able to in the future to help our latest to help those that reach out to us. It's a licensed and registered charity because majority of us who are doing it, we all have our 9 to 5 job, we work, and a lot of us, we are in the legal field, not lawyers, paralegals, and so forth. So because of that, you know how the system operates. So you don't want to do anything that people will say you're breaking the law or anything like that. So it's a licensed charity. So please feel free just to, if you can, send some items. If you can't, just send up a word of prayer for us because I am telling you, at times, a lot of my coworkers, they are out there in the street. It's rough. When we say it rough, I mean it is rough. I remember the other day one went into Rosetown and got lost and call asking for direction because they took a lane and it was the wrong lane. If you all know where is Rosetown, that is not somewhere that you would want to go and get lost. So the person called and was panicking and everything. But thanks be to God, they end up back on the main road. And all heap of time when they go in the communities, like for part program, you have to do home visit at times. And when you're supposed to go into these communities, the people them, they will put on the application forms like the name is Pat Brown. When you go to the communities now, you're asking, do you know Pat Brown? Nobody can answer, Nobody know want answer you. You know Pat Brown, nobody can tell you if they know Pat Brown or not. Then you might reach somebody, you say, do you know a Pat Brown? And the person might say, oh, a Brown in your talk. I wonder who this person attack. Not so brown in name because they don't know the people them correct name. They just know them in the community by their alias name. So you have cases like that. So at times you have people when they go to the communities, they will drive around in circles looking for people and can't find them because people in the community they don't know the right name and people in the communities don't want to tell you because they don't know why you're there. That is the next thing also. So just pray for them that God will guide and protect them and pray that we will be able to help our baby mothers, children, anybody that reach out to us for help. Just pray that we will be able to, even if it is just packing a simple bag, food bag with little mackerel rice and so forth. So guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to up off now. So thank you so much and please keep safe everyone and have a pleasant night. Good night.